Now let's get to some of our late news headlines. Continuing tensions between Israel and Iran. And new tonight, President Trump told reporters it will likely be a last-minute decision if and when he decides that the United States military should step in. CBS News has learned that on last night, the president approved plans to attack Iran, but did not make a final decision about doing so in case they agreed to abandon its nuclear program.
Well, I don't want to get involved either, but I've been saying for 20 years, maybe longer, that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. I've been saying it for a long time. And I think they were a few weeks away from having one. And they'd use it. You know, I believe they'd use it.
While the president deliberates, all parties seem to be bracing for an escalation. CBS News has confirmed reports that Iran has readied missiles and equipment for strikes on U.S. bases in the region as possible retaliation. Meanwhile, the U.S. ambassador there announced the government is working to evacuate Americans who want to leave. Tonight, a jury has found Karen Read not guilty in the death of her Boston police officer boyfriend, but she was convicted of a lesser drunk driving charge and sentenced to 1 year probation. Read was accused of striking John O'Keefe with her SUV and leaving him for dead in the snow in 2022. The prosecution's first case against Read ended in a mistrial. In a landmark decision, a divided U.S. Supreme Court has upheld a Tennessee law restricting some medical treatments for transgender minors. 26 other states have laws with restrictions on gender-affirming care. Tennessee argued it has, quote, a compelling interest in encouraging minors to appreciate their sex, particularly as they undergo puberty. But opponents have argued the treatments are life-saving for teens diagnosed with gender dysphoria. Chief Justice John Roberts wrote for the majority, quote, our role is not to judge the wisdom, fairness, or logic of the law before us. We leave questions regarding its policy to the people, their elected representatives, and the democratic process, end quote.
This now allows states to make the determination as to whether or not they will bar transgender minors or anyone, to the court's point, from obtaining certain medical treatment for gender transition therapy.
Another justice that disagreed with the decision wrote that, quote, the court abandons transgender children and their families to political whims, end quote.